Hey, good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another episode of that beautiful BYTTT Get Rich or Fit Trying mashup. Again, I'm your host, JD the Great, and we're going to go ahead and get deep into it. I've been watching Bitcoin lately, so we're getting a little bit of a little stalemate dance that's happening here. So just keep an eye on this level as the market is fighting, trying to see if they can get that push up. I know y'all probably looking like, why is there so many trend lines here? I have a nice little challenge that I'm putting on myself that I am going to just take and make money only via trend lines. So if you want to go ahead and follow me, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this video to friends and family. It helps the algorithm. And of course, let's go ahead and get right to it. So Bitcoin is one of them. And then the dollar. Now, here's the fun part about the dollar and what it's doing right now. The dollar is trying to bounce out of my range. So I had a nice little range that was happening here. And as it bounced off of this area, it is, oh, I guess I should have been paying attention. What a drop over at NQ. This is what happens when I get technical freaking difficulties. Look at that NQ starting to hit off of very important and key levels. If it breaks below here, be prepared for some puts. And I don't even have everything signed in. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, look for 659 to break down. I don't even have my futures up. This is crazy work. Damn it, man. My Streamlabs freaking crashed on me. No, I do not want to upgrade right in the middle of the market. You should have did that yesterday. 845. Alright, there we go. So I got that set up. Let me put you over here. I'm going to adjust the crib. That's the test of the pivot. So you could see massive rejection there, and they're rejecting that pivot because they're anticipating that this is going to be a bounce area for retracement to go ahead and push up a little bit higher. So just be prepared for that. How come you're not working? What is taking so long? Are you saying that you will not work unless I upgrade? This is crazy. Everybody's coming after me. Looks like I won't be getting any trade. Maybe I should go the old-fashioned way and just connect my TradingView to TradingView. All right, go ahead. Hurry up and update.
2 hours and 4 more minutes left.
As that 694, they're gonna try to melt this down. Okay, there we go. What is going on? What's taking you so long to load? Oh man, please tell me you're on this downside, Lee. Or Giant. Lee is on the road. Giant, please tell me you're on this downside. Kind of explained this to my wife that this could have happened. I Everything's not letting me in. I can't get into nothing. Everything is like logged out, especially my TradingView. This is annoying. This is really annoying. I don't believe this is happening.
Why don't you reset your computer? I mean, why you see her?
Alright, we're gonna have to go the old-fashioned way. Let's just
Watch.
here we are. And let me just go ahead and I'm gonna switch this on Be Right Back so I can just log myself in. Bear with me, folks. Oh, actually, small Be Right Back, not the big one.
Let people be able to still see.
It's not so detrimental, but I'd rather just do it as tiny as possible. There we go. All right, makes me able to blur it out a little bit better.
But you should just blur it itself.
I was gonna do micros though, and I don't have my drawings on micros.
It's supposed to do silver.
Oh my god, this TradingView is not working. That's what's throwing me off.
Silver, gold.
All right, take myself over to options. That's what I should do. off the bounce of that pivot?
Them, they, I mean my,
Nice. Yeah, we got ourselves a few minutes, but I won't be surprised that they're going to try to attempt to close below that level, that 694, because that 700 psychological level is the one that's going to go ahead and put some real pressure on them. And I think that's the game that they're going to play right now. All right, so at least one of them is working here. So let's go ahead and get into here. Let's get my Thinkorswim, because I think I probably used up quite a bit of my trades on Robinhood. Okay. Yeah, that was a good oscillator reset. Let's see if it can break that 674, and I think they're going to take an attempt to do that right here. Let's get over here in the QQQs. Options are not that juiced. This is very nice. I'm liking the option prices. This is not too bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to get into the Qs. I'm looking right now. I'm thinking between 620 puts and 615 puts. I may lean on 620, but 615 kind of gives you more. Just to say, yeah, 620. Let me not try to overthink it. I'll just focus there. 620 puts. Am I going to pull the trigger yet? Not yet. Kind of is going to break down here. Would have been better in futures because I could get in faster. Because we're kind of building. Let me come down to a 1 minute and you'll understand what I mean. You see how we kind of like jambalaya ricing right now in the 1 minute? We're not getting that impact move like these. It's putting a lot of questions on what we're about to do right now. Because there's a brick wall somewhere and I don't know what it's built on. Oh, I guess it's probably here. Let's come up to a 30 minute. Let me see if that's it. Right here. So this is your bull flag breakout, and because this was the bull flag, they're using this as an order block. So let's go ahead and box out this order block. If y'all know, I like my order blocks tight, so that's like this. So if I get a nice fill at 671 and with some momentum with my oscillator, then I'll play the fill of the downside there, and that's probably what the game plan is going to be. Yeah, and this elevator is not really elevatoring. I guess that's the word I'm gonna go with, right? Elevatoring. I don't know if that's a thing, but it should just do a massive drop off. But this is a little bit of a flash reaction to the market because they just erased all the way from yesterday. They basically London and Asian session is being tested at this point. All right, so if you haven't been on my show before, the way this operates, we make things very simple. We just do the opening range breakout. Yes, I do have trend lines on here, but those are more like guidelines. But we love our opening range trading. So if we do this like this, then if the 15-minute was closed, which we're going to get in like 5 minutes later, we'll be bullish above this level, bearish below that level, and there's some targets down here on that bearish side that is very interesting. So we could probably get some good moves to that downside. And I'm looking for that 671 to break. Are you going to break here? Are you that somebody? Because I want to kind of fill through this order block, but I can see like they're using it as a springboard, kind of like the top of an ocean. And it's like, yeah, we could sink in, but we're getting very buoyant. I don't know. Probably bad metaphor, but that's how I'm kind of visualizing right now. We have drop-offs that's happening here. Let me come up to a 5 minute and kind of point this out. So with them doing this, we got ourselves a nice little trend that's pushing down to here. And those that want to see lower prices are looking for something like this. And if that fails, then we're talking about they're going to go ahead and test something like this. And yeah, it's just a little too vertical. So they got to, they broke the 671. I can't pull the trigger. I can't pull the trigger. Because I'm breaking the opening range rule. I gotta wait for the 15-minute as much as I want to. 671 down to the downside, all the way down to 658. I did not take that trade, but that is the trade that I wanted to take on futures if my futures was operating. Let me go see, then try to load it up again. Of course, they want to do an upgrade in the middle of the freaking trading day. All right, almost to that 58. So just be prepared to start getting out of your position. If you're in your trade, you're in it. All right, so let's just see if we can get that 58. What you want to see is that this decline just keeps on going down and hit the bottom. Almost there. Get into that 50. Now, psychological 650 will give you trouble, so just be prepared. That was a great scalp. That was a great scalp. Ah, damn it, man. I probably would have loaded up with like a couple of micros. I mean, a couple of minis on that. Are you going to work now? Now it's working. Thank you. I appreciate you. After everything is already gone and it hits the level that I was looking at. All right. So now they've assumed that this order block is fully tested, right? So let's come back over to a 15 minutes so I can point this out for y'all. So now they've tested this order block. Now the people that's panicking are your fair value gap folks, right? They're like, dang, this is not supposed to come back like this. So they're probably part of the momentum to come back into that fair value gap. If we blast through this level, then that means we're probably going to go down to the downside. Dang, this contract went from $89 to $115, but it was one of those choppier areas. I could have set myself up for failure knowing that it's such a tight range, tight order. There'll be better setups. There will be better setups. All right, so we got 1 minute and 56 seconds as we're establishing the opening range. I'm looking for this area to kind of hold its space a little bit. And, oh, again, the top of the range is going to be part of our pivots. So there's going to be a lot of bears that's going to go ahead and try to figure out what the game plan is going to be with this downward movement, even though this downward movement was disrespected. But if you see that one made a major move to the downside. So I feel like there's more to come, but we have to break this pivot. So where I'm going to attack, I got short-term. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I love Discord, but sometimes it can be a little cumbersome for folks. Sorry. No, it's just all that information coming in. I think everybody's seeing the same thing I'm seeing, and they want to short it. And those that want to save it, they're trying to push it back up. That's the best way to say it. All right, here comes 9:45. We got an official. All right. I am not paying that premium. I think I'm going to go to the 615. So I think I'm going to go to the 615. Oh, I want to do it. Pay premium, pay premium, pay premium, pay premium. Pay the premium. Pay the premium. Just spend the money. Alright, just gonna see if we can get a 5-minute close below here. And right now I'm leaning. Oh, I don't want to do that in that account. I want to do that in this account. This is where we dancing. The account that I pulled from the graveyard. So you see how we're dancing like this? They're trying to go ahead and refill all the way back into here. If they fail, then you're going to get yourself a fair value gap that's going to put in, and it's going to look like a bearish fair value gap, kind of like something like this. I'll keep adjusting where I need to, but it's going to look something like that. Even though we're in the order block. So now, is the order block filling up more sell orders, or are they going to go ahead and hit the sell side liquidity, impulsively buying, and then we go attack this fair value gap because that fair value gap is up there. So that's the two areas I'm looking for. So we're going to see what happens there. I'm looking for candle flip. That's going to happen. somewhere around here. I want to see a 5-minute close below. That's the real game plan overall. Taking a shot. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I'm into the downside. Taking, see if I can grab that. Not options. This is futures. Come on, baby. Come on. Hold your water. Hold your water. Hold your water. Oh, damn it! Ah, why am I in futures eval? I just thought it was going to do something small. No. Oh, that was $700 that could have been in my PA. Oh, they're going to fill the fair value gap. They're just taking the momentum here. Oh, look at that. All right. Okay. All right. I could just stay down. Oh, that was bright, Jeff. That was freaking bright. I got to walk away with at least $700. Let's see what happens. I'm at 800. It's peaked out to like 900. Let's see if they can give me some more. We're at 855, 890, 900. Oh, that should have been a PA move. All right, it's showing me 975, 1,000. So I got to walk away with at least 900. At least 900. Let's see what happens. I'm at 995. Let's see if it goes even lower. As they are trying to bounce this bad boy here. I don't think they can, but I'm going to walk away with 900. 890. I'm taking it. I'm out. That contract went from 108 to 166. You scary. No, it's not that, Javi. I was like, follow the rules, Jeff. Wait for the 5 minute to break and then go in. Do not chase. Do not chase. And the funny thing about it, I knew what it can do, but I was like, nah, they're going to go ahead and play with it because we're too close to the order block. They got to load it up. Ah, damn it, man. It's all right. It's a yes, Javi. We had this conversation. Oh man, just tell me, Javi, that you took it. Please tell me you took it. We're gonna go lower. We're going to go lower. I'm this. Let me go park this eval. Let me go over and check out the other one. Let me see. Oh no, that one's fried. You say he's like Javi. Yeah, let me go over to some micros. That would have helped with my micros. I gotta cheese on peas. Talk this whole thing in, and then the contract I was going with was the 620s, and they were about to be in the freaking money. Oh god, I gotta get over it. Trade amnesia. I gotta be like, I don't know, Mark Sanchez after he throws an interception. Nah, bad one. He's like, drop. He wanted to drop further. It's going to drop. Because, again, this is the target. This is what they're looking for. They're trying to see, can they get this far? And if the buyers have no control, they might just go there. Damn, that was a good oscillator reset right there. I probably could have stepped in. Oh, no, that was the major move. Oh, we still haven't oscillator reset yet. Oh, Nelly. Hold on. Let's go ahead and see something here. I think they want this fair value gap, and the true bounce is going to happen here. Because they won't let the oscillator reset. What a fair value gap, man. What a oh, Lord. That's okay, because you need an ounce of greedy. Just know what level you're okay with. That's the key part. Like, I don't know if you heard how I was saying. I was like, all right, I got like 700. I'm gonna take 800, and I know what I'm taking. So that way, because I don't operate with a stop loss. So I gotta tell myself, or I will just get adventurous and creative. There goes the pullback. They're trying to come back for some of the fair value gaps and reset. Look for a rejection somewhere around here. That's psychological 600, which is what I'm going to be looking for as well. assuming that they're going to go ahead and try to pin. Let me see what that 5-minute oscillator looks like. Oh, that thing's way too down. That might be our bounce. 15-minute looks like we got a curl over. They might kidnap the 5. Oh, same with 30-minute. Oh yeah, they might reject this one. They might reject this bad boy. Let me come back over here. Risking $10. Let me see what happens here. Let's see something. Hold your weight. Hold your weight. Hold your water. Hold your water. Come on, baby. Hold your water. Hold it. That psychological 600 is being really, really much a magnet. They know if they break above that 600, it starts to really push back up. So they're trying to get back up there. That's buy side liquidity. Snatch their souls. Come on, let's go down. They're fighting it because they know what will happen. If they break this support, there's nothing but pure buy side liquidity on this side. But we already wicked it. We made lower low. They're trying to avoid putting another 5-minute fair value gap. Let this candle flip. Let it turn red. That thing's going to probably dump. You see how they bouncing it? They try to not. If it turns red, they know what happens.
Cindy's coming back to me. She's backing up into me.
Can you please move? I didn't say you did anything. Just move.
But she was backing up into me.
The joy of homeschooling. All right, let's go ahead and come on, baby. Let's see if you can put another reversal here. They're trying to get that bounce here. They're really trying their best. We're getting more of the fair value gap. We're above the 600 level. Looking for another reversal somewhere around here. All right, getting a candle crossover in a little bit. Let's see if they... All right, that's the area I was curious about. Can we get this far? If we keep on making higher highs here, they're sweeping those highs. Yep. Don't worry about the downside anymore. Let's leave it alone. Yeah, let's leave that alone. Yeah, because they're sweeping it, and in 51 seconds, this fair value gap is not. Oh man, I don't know. That's a weird one. Oh, they might be coming back to 600. They're doing a break and retest. Now that we broke through the 600, they're retesting it. It's probably still bounce off of 600. We're getting a fair value gap, but it's a green candle here, so that's not a good sign. They might fill this whole thing back up. Yeah, I'm considering get back in if it breaks 600, but it got to break under 595. Oh, man, it already did it. I got to take it. I got to see what happens here. That's the part that it's so hard, Giant, because it did the same thing. This is what made me pause here too, right? Because I'm like, if they get this much of a fair value gap and they finish it green, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's what they can do. Something. Oh, and they just snatched. Look how far they just pushed that. Yeah, just give it a bit, because now it's extending past that. It's almost like they did a 5-minute retracement to make it dump even further. This market is being tricky right now. You see what I mean? Look how Look how long they just made that wick. I put my thing into break even, so I had $100, and then they just snatched it all back up. I should have scaled out. I knew it was going to be tough there. I should have scaled out. Instead of paying 500 to make 300, they just took all. What are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you going?
Stop.
Why are you crossing already? And that's why these positions are better to get in on than for you to try to find after they do this. It's always going to be like that. It's got to build up. So kind of like going over our class last time, if we get like a 2 candle to the up where they're using like this area as the order block, I may consider start planning for the reversal. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look what they're doing. They're just toying with people in this 5-minute candle. Let me show y'all the 1 minute. Look at what this is. Look how bad that is. They're building a jambalaya rice, exactly. After we just came off of this one. So I think the real play, Giant, would be if we get close to here and then we just sell off on that point. That's going to be the real play. Into that gap, or even load up at that order block, or even load up at the opening range breakout, because this is too much of a base. You see how it's kind of like, this is how my mind does it. Shout out to Jason. He's the one that put me up on this, right? My mind kind of looks at it like this. And it starts to round it like a ice cream scoop, and then it just goes up. So each time they're binding it. It doesn't matter how far they're going up here, but they just keep buying. So that buying pressure is applying pressure to anyone that's on the sell side. And if they're not getting lower prices or they're operating with trailing stops, it's going to turn them into buyers as they tighten up their stops.
Daddy, what is SIP?
I don't know.
SIP.
So now,
What's wrong today?
now I'm just really wanting to play the jambalaya. I'm not gonna lie, Javi. I really want to play that. Kind of something like this. Yo, you want to get a little risk avert? So I'm thinking about now that we got up to here, I'm thinking about shorting it, but it already did that work, so I'm gonna leave that alone. If it extends out here again and then it comes back inside of here, I may consider shorting it. So our entry level to the downside would be $5.99. That's that psychological level. Nah, I see the W. It's out of place, but I see the W. So that's your extension right there, aka anomaly. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 5 times the anomaly, the 6. So now I'm looking forward to kind of reject that area, come back into the zone. Can you put the volume down a little bit? They want that 5-minute fair value gap. They want this back. But I think we're going to get another rejection of it because we didn't get no real follow through and we made lower low. So it's going to tempt the bulls to think that this is the move. So I'm going to see if we can get that. If we get that, then we might get a fall. Oh, this thing could do all types of fun stuff. Let's see what happens. All right, looking for a potential rejection over here. I would have loved if they touched 637 then reject. I don't like this one as a rejection. I know. But this is the stuff that can get you in the middle of a bull trap. They'd be like, oh, we're just going to let it come back a little bit. And then you try to short it, and then it just snatches right back in there. Now, is it close enough? And then the fair value gap is stronger. That's why we're doing that. The safer trade would be inside of here. And then if it starts to bounce off of this trend line, then we just get out the way. But if not, we don't have to really worry about much. It should just fly right through and attack here. But we'll see. Patience.
Yeah. I don't know where it is. There is no more water.
Come on, baby.
Did she tell you to bring me up to her room? I didn't see any.
I'm in the middle of a recording. I'm in the middle of a recording. Can y'all stop?
Can you please stop? Look at it. She told you to get it since last night.
You see what I meant? That's the trap. So, hey, we're going to go ahead and come down. And I'm recording. Hey, we're going to come down. And as soon as it tries to come down, hey, you know, we just made lower lows. Come on, it's perfectly fine. Now that all the sellers come in, then they try to trigger their stop losses and then kidnap them all the way back up, using them in momentum to get to bearish. If we don't make a lower low here, you're going to see that the bulls are probably still in control, either because they're in from here, or they added from here, or they're just continuously adding, putting pressure to the upside.
I got it. Cindy won't. Dude, but you told Cindy to do it. But Cindy doesn't.
All right, come on,
Because
people.
Sydney, it's always Sydney. She told you to do it, not me, Sydney.
You see what I mean, Giant? You see what I mean? That's that trap. That is exactly that trap. And we still didn't touch the low of the bearish line. That's how much selling pressure is still around. Now, we're putting in divergences. Ah, there we go. I was going to say we're putting in divergences. If you want to be ballsy for a scalp, this would probably be the place that you want to get that scalp in and kind of toy with that. But for the most part, you want to make sure your stop loss is tight, because this thing can go ahead and kidnap right back into here. Nah, it's not no channel. We're going down. I got like $38. Here comes that trend line. I'm looking for them to break that trend line. Can they break it? I would add more right here in the bottom of this range. I'm going to take something off because at the end of the day, this trend line can be a bounce. I'm still holding on to one. Let's see if this thing can go ahead and keep on pushing down. Come on, keep on pushing down. Let my runners sing. That's the snatch of buy side liquidity. Let's see if we can get under. Oh, that's the one. We're in there. Oh, they're gonna try to use it as a reload, aren't you? Oh, I thought we could close in it. Come on, close in it. Ah, they didn't close in it. So yeah, I'm willing to take $10 off on this run. I got like 33 on it. Are we back in it again? Oh, let's see if we can get this time. Come on. Ah, they snatched it. I knew they could probably use it as a reload area, but I thought I could sneak in and add to my position. They're trying to use it as a bounce area. Look at that. Damn it. I actually scaled in on the order block thinking we could break through. They just took all right there. That's the takeout of all the sell side liquidity back into the trap. Ah, they got me. They got me, Javi. They got me. I was being greedy. I was like, oh, we made it in here. Let me see if this can give the momentum, and then we just snatch right into here. All right, let's see if we can get a rejection here. But because they just snatched all that sell side liquidity, I'm leaning on no. But we'll see what happens. Man, that sucks. I thought we could get this. Then we go ahead and attack this pivot, get into that pivot, and then we really dump that as the 600 level does not hold support. But that didn't work out. They're building a base here, trying to get back through the bearish line. Oh man, yeah, they damn. Cause I thought this order block was gonna be stronger, but they're going into the order block. Ah, that is so annoying. Damn it, that was two bad trades. That sucks. That sucks. We'll be back. I'll leave that one alone. Going back over to the eval. I was gonna park you, but we're gonna go ahead and have some fun with you. That's the question mark, because I thought they wouldn't do what they did yet, because this is kind of like what they did yesterday. They did a sweep below here, and then it went through the opening range and back up, right? So I was thinking that, oh, you know what, they're not going to do exactly the same thing that they did last time, so we're going to go ahead and continue to the downside. But you can kind of see they build up a position, and we're just sweeping right back through. That's the 650 level getting rejected. And let's see if they're going to reject it hard here. I got some of my oscillators reset it too, so we'll see what happens there. Nope. That was that reversal. That's why I hate about these internal structures. We're fighting with two different sides. There's a bearish side that's right here. There's a bullish side that's over here. This bullish side is trying to turn this into a pivot so they can just get some more. This bearish side is holding on to dear life, so they're getting some real pressure now. So yeah, that's why we're getting this fight now. Can't go wrong with that. 15%. It adds up. It adds up. I should have just paid attention. I was like, if this thing closes here, we would have took that out, but it just could not close. Second time closing inside of the order block. looking at that 5-minute fair value gap, see if that one gives it the momentum to go down. I'm going to take break even on this. We got outside of the range. Let's see if it keeps on dumping through that. They're buying up the dip, trying to push it right back through the block. They're saying no. They're saying yes. And I'm holding on, thinking that the fair value gap is going to hold. Getting a little bit of push down. And I'm taking the break even. It was a quick scalp anyways. Outside the range again. Gonna take a shot here, see if we can take the bottom of that wick. I think it's the bottom of the wick. Let's see if we can get out the range. Willing to take break even. Get out of the range, break even, taking it. I'm out. Jerks. Back in, trying to attack the trend line. Let's see if we break the trend line. Coming back to the fair value gap. Not fair value gap, the pivot. Let's see if we hold. All right, that held. I got 200, 275, 300. I'm willing to walk away with $150. I'm willing to walk away with $200, $200, $200, $200, $200, 200. I'm willing to take 200. I'm willing to take 200. Willing to take 200. Taking 275. I'm out. I know we could probably get back inside this box, but I did not want to take a chance with the 1 minute candle because right now this 5 minute is doing this little dance. I've seen this happen too many times with the 5 minute. Readjust the line. Now this is the pivot point they need to take. Oh, they're about to take it, aren't they? They're about to take. Damn it! I don't know if y'all still in it, but if you're in, you should be happy. They're gonna fill my order block, aren't you? You're gonna fill my order block, aren't you? You're gonna go down to 500 again, 580 again, aren't you? You're gonna be a complete jerk. Wait till I'm not in it, and that's when you go all the way down to that bottom, aren't you? What happens when you can't find no sellers? They gotta go search for sellers. That's why it's better to be at the top. I'm telling you, this thing is, sometimes it feels like it's too easy, and then we'll just do some boneheaded stuff. Oh, man. Man. All right, it's almost 10:15, so I want to leave YouTube with some facts. Exactly. If it was too easy, everybody would do it. Exactly. Let's wait for this last minute and then. Oh, the Ferrari's coming. It's coming. No, actually, you know what? I don't even like it like that. It's so cliche for most traders. They're like, oh, here we go. Here's a Ferrari or a Porsche or something like that. If there was anything I would spend money on, it would probably be a Rolls Royce Cullinan. That's what I would love to get. That was like my favorite. My cousin had worked at this one place, and we was able to test drive one of them, and I was like, "This is nice." He was like, "It's nothing but a X7 with a bigger motor," and I was like, "Oh, there goes my level. They coming for it." With a bigger motor, and I was like, "Why are you just destroying my dream?" Like, I thought it was a really nice car, especially that the doors open different as far as the back seat. I thought that was pretty cool, but yeah, that would be that. But that's a house on wheels. I don't know if I even want to spend that. I probably would lease it if I did anything like that. It's all right. It's all right. This was the move I was expecting it to do. The only difference is I wanted to do it over here. That's what I get for playing around with the 1 minute chart. That was my fault. I should have stuck with my 5 minute. All right, so if we can't get below that level, we already broke this pivot. This could be a break, retest, and then dump. So I'm looking for this to kind of reject here, and it's starting to. If it gives me a lower low here, I might take a nice little stab at it and see if we can get some more money to the downside. But right now they're building the base inside of the order block, so just be careful because that $600 600 level psychological level is going to be playing a part there. All right, here's our anomaly test, and do they have enough support? Maybe. And if they snatch them right back in, we could get a push to the downside. Assuming. Because this could be just oscillator resets. That's what I think is happening. The next time that they come through here, I think they're going to come for 580. That's how I feel about it. They're doing their best to prop this market up. Be careful. Or actually, maybe ignore it. Because now we're starting to build an order block here. Take it to sell here, see what happens here. See if the momentum will go ahead and take us all the way back down into this area. After making a lower low, try to hold on to this for a minute and 30 seconds. And maybe get a follow-through candle on the 5-minute. The tricky part about this is that they want that 600 level. They could use me as liquidity to push us back above 600. So just be smart with your stop loss. But this is a very, 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 very tricky spot. Because I'm looking to fill the order block. Come on, fill the order block, baby. Get down in there. Get down in there. Get down in there. Come on. One more push. Minute left. Complete dump. Pure, unadulterated, disrespectful, slap in the face of the bulls dump. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. May the order block fail you, bulls. May it fail. Oh, they bounced that dip. Come on, fail. We got 30 seconds. Come on, baby. Get in my belly. I'm looking for us to get to 561, so that's why I'm a little aggressive on this entry. And I think we can get there, but it has to like literally dump this thing right here before all the bulls panic. I'm sorry, all the bears panic. You can do it. One more push, baby. New candle push. New candle sweep. New candle no sweep. New candle trying to push. Come on. Get yourself down there. Screw their support. Almost there. Almost. All right. Now let's go. Let's pour out. Let's pour out. You are rejecting the pivot. And we're going to the next. Oh, they didn't go to the next pivot. You jerks. That buying pressure is serious. And that's what I said about that order block. You see how they swept right back through? And that cost me $400. I'm out of it. So this is why I was telling you. Actually, let me do one thing before I before I give out too much sauce. All right. So for all y'all, if y'all don't know, go ahead and click the link down below. There is access to my free Discord, and I made a major announcement. Month of October, I finally compiled it on the results of all the alerts that I actually compiled, and you can see it right here. We had 70 W's for the whole entire month. Again, some of them are things that are traded because I have some people that trade stocks. And when it's all said and done, we did 28 more winning trades from September. So that's a 70% increase from certain trades. And then if you just want to just follow the algorithm by itself, it's still 58% success rate if you just follow it just because you just want to follow it. I don't suggest it because it's better to have a higher run rate than to just let the algo do all the work. If that was the case, then you're not a trader. You're just mostly a person that bought an algo. But anyways, if you want to go ahead and sign up, the alert lets you know what the wins and losses are right there. So please, by all means, come check us out. It gives you a free access for 14 days. And I will see y'all over YouTube later. Y'all have a great day. Bid you fun.